Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back. I'm Caitlin and Jamie's here too. We are gonna do a 24-hour readathon today.
Yeah, we are.
I'm excited. What's especially cute about this is that we realized when Chloe messaged us the other day with a video of like a 24-hour readathon we did in this house. We did that like a year ago. So it's almost like an anniversary vibe. How cute is
I didn't do
that?
a vlog for that one though.
Yeah.
I just like did it.
Yeah. And in other news, we're actually moving out.
I know,
So-
I already said it in my vlog as well.
Yeah,
But
so-
I'm sad.
It is sad. It's like bittersweet because it's like, I think it's a good thing, like all
Yeah.
things considered, and like I'll be selling the house, so like we won't be living here all together anymore, but like new chapters, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's been so fun, but it's a nice way to kind of like commemorate some final memories before we do
Yeah.
go our own separate ways. Yeah, it's like midday-ish now, and we're gonna start at 1 p.m. We're gonna read. Yeah, what are you gonna read?
So I'm finishing 3 books. I'm
Ooh.
reading The Silence of the Girls, Bunny, and My Dark Vanessa. So
Women.
I'm more excited for Bunny though because My Dark Vanessa and Silence of the Girls, it's just like, okay, let's watch women be tortured and go through some shit.
Yeah.
So I think I also kind of want to do, like Bunny I think will be more fun.
It's such a fun book. You're gonna love it.
Cool.
We're in the middle of buddy reading Bunny, me, Jamie, and Chloe, and it's so fun.
And I'm also so far behind. Like I've read like 3 chapters, I've read like 30.
It's fine. It's like the fastest book ever. You'll catch up so
Yeah.
quickly.
It'll be easy.
Yeah, so we're gonna start reading soon. I'll chat a bit about what I'm planning to read and then catch up with you when we do start. Thanks, Queen, for a guest appearance.
Thanks.
So, books I'm in the middle of right now are Bunny and The Underground Railroad by Coulson Whitehead, which I've been in the middle of for a while. I started it in September and I like it and it's a good book. I'm just not finding it's one that I reach for, unfortunately. So it has kind of been one that's just been sitting on the bedside table for a few weeks now. But I am less than 100 pages away from the end, so there's probably like 70 or 80 pages there for me to finish, hopefully. And this is what I'm going to start with so that I can just entirely focus on October books, spooky books, Halloween vibe books. I'm obviously also currently reading Bunny, but not actually planning to read that during this readathon because A, I want to savor it because I'm just having the best experience ever, maybe even better than when I read it for the first time when I didn't savor it and I just kind of devoured it. So it's nice to be like taking my time, annotating, talking about it with Chloe and Jamie. And yeah, so I'm not actually planning to read Bunny during the readathon. I am, however, planning to read 2 novels and a graphic novel. The first is not actually on my October TBR because I happened to find it while I was out shopping the other day and I found it for like $6, and that is Shirley Jackson's We Have Always Lived in the Castle. And this is a book I became aware of like maybe a few years ago now when I actually got the Penguin Orange Classic Edition as a gift for one of my friends. I was really intrigued by it and definitely knew it was a book that I wanted to come back to and read when I was ready to. Shirley Jackson's The Haunting of Hellhouse is on my TBR for this month because we're actually buddy reading that as well, me, Chloe, and Jamie. Again, that's one I can hopefully like savor a bit more and we'll all 3 of us will come to that later in the month when we're ready to. But I figured I could, you know, start my Shirley Jackson journey with We've Always Lived in the Castle, and it's a nice good sized book for a 24-hour readathon, and obviously it's a classic and I'm kind of slacking on the classic front lately, craving it. I also want to read My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix. So amped for this one. It's meant to be like fun, funny. Oh, I'm just seeing there's some like mixed media stuff. That's cool. So yeah, I'm hoping this will be like quite a quick one as well. And then if I need a break from reading novels, I have my graphic novel of The Black Dahlia, which is kind of a Los Angeles noir murder thriller mystery kind of book, and it's one that David Fincher contributed to. He's one of my favorite filmmakers, so we love to see it, and I'm hoping I'll read this. So the plan is to read all of those. Though it is technically 4 books, books. I think the page count when I did it was like 700 and something, or like 800, so I'm hoping I can do it. I do have a family dinner later tonight, but otherwise free as a bird to just read. I will need to sleep because I'm just somebody who needs sleep in order to function, but hopefully I'll be able to stay up late and get up early and definitely prioritize the reading. But yeah, I think I might get a coffee or like a Red Bull, and Jamie and I will probably sit up downstairs in the lounge and do some reading.
Doing my lunch. Depression meal check.
Jamie literally eats popcorn all the time. I'll like come home and smell some popcorn and I'm like, oh,
Jamie's home.
Jamie's getting her vitamins and her protein in.
Oh yeah.
We are like probably 5 minutes away from starting, and it's a beautiful day outside, so we may well read outside at some point, but we'll probably start things out on the couch. Trusty old couch.
Cheers to that.
We've got the Witchy Coffee Shop ambience on. This is from the Autumn Cozy channel. They have such good ASMR rooms. The Queen is making a coffee. Yes, dance for me. The time has come, it's 1 o'clock. Let's get reading. Hello, Vlogception.
Hello. Okay, it's 1 o'clock, time to read.
Finished it, finally. On to the next. How are you going, sis?
Oh my god, good. Okay, so my Dark Vanessa is like really horrifying. Definitely read another rape scene, so it's disgusting.
You and I had a conversation about that recently, about how obviously everyone kind of knows this book is insanely dark, but people don't actually explicitly discuss the fact that there are rape scenes in it.
Like,
so just a warning for anyone thinking about reading it.
I've mentioned it as well. I haven't even finished it yet. I personally have not heard anyone say that. I have heard people be like, oh yeah, like it's about a pedophile and like it's really dark and like keep an eye out for trigger warnings, but I've heard no one be like, oh yeah, it's about a rapist, and it is. So.
And it's not like fade to black or like off page, like you read it, so yeah. Okay, so I'm a couple pages into We Have Always Lived in the Castle. Can I speak? We have always lived in the castle. And I grabbed some highlighters because after only like 3 pages, there have been some really cool lines. And I'm pretty keen to mark them somehow, but I'm not really bothered to annotate. And this is just like a really cheap paperback I found, so I don't especially care about it. So yeah, I'm just gonna do the highlighter vibe.
Thriller about a lesbian couple and their kids. This is about someone who becomes orphaned at 23, but she doesn't realise that she has this really rich, like glamorous family in New York. So she's like a small town girl, goes to New York, lots of drama.
Sounds like the reverse of Credence.
Oh my god. Dark Academia.
To you, yes.
We need to talk about Kevin Gone Girl vibes, not the thriller.
Guys, I found my memoir.
They've written a book about me. Don't tell my family, but they've written a book about me.
It's us side by side.
Sorry to my 3 sisters. Babes, I've been doing this. This is not my first rodeo.
No, nor is it mine.
Why is this one not scanning?
Home now, home from family dinner, home from the library, home from what turned into a like 4-hour interruption to
Caitlin's drunk.
I'm not. I'm not drunk. I'm not drunk, everyone, I promise. You know, there's nothing wrong with having a few wines with dinner, you know? I'm not, I promise. Okay, but we're home now. Gonna do some more reading. I'll show you what I got from the library. I just pulled this out because it looked interesting. And then when I read the actual blurb, it's a frickin' modern day retelling of The Merchant of Venice, which is a great Shakespeare play. And it looks really, really interesting, nice and short. So I'm hoping it's a lot of fun, fast paced, just like the play. And then I always kind of check the music and cinema section when I'm at the library just to see what cool stuff is lurking. And I found a Casablanca book, which looks really cool and is definitely a movie I appreciate a lot and love. So might do some non-fiction vibes. Yeah, I'm not sure I'll get to either of them in this 24-hour readathon, but we love supporting the library, you know?
Yes.
There was a woman at the library who laughed at Jamie's joke, so it was just a real community spirit vibe.
Exactly. And I'm funny.
It's the next day. This has definitely been a bit of a fail. Yesterday evening I had a family dinner, and then afterwards the whole readathon thing just got a bit derailed because I had something like a life thing come up that I had to deal with all of last night. It was fairly heavy, so it's been on my mind a lot, and I didn't really want to read before bed, and I just let myself kind of wake up slowly today and then do some reading once I was kind of ready to. But I'm back in the swing of it now, and I have actually finished 2 books since I last spoke to you. So I finished We Have Always Lived in the Castle by Shirley Jackson, and I really liked this book, which is so exciting. I ended up giving it 4 stars. I thought it was really well written, really interesting, a really lovely story about women and the precious nature of relationships between women. Like in this particular story we follow 2 sisters mainly. What happens to their dynamic and their world when it's infiltrated by male presence, and I think that's such an interesting thing to read about or to watch films about or to study, what have you. Men can kind of create a toxicity and bring that to, you know, a woman's sphere and space, and I thought it was so well done. I really liked a lot of the writing. I highlighted quite a few passages throughout the book. All I can say is this has me really excited to read The Haunting of Hellhouse later this month, because it's of course by the same author. So I finished that this morning. I also this morning read the Black Dahlia graphic novel, and this is by James Elroy, David Fincher, Matz and Miles Hyman. It was a graphic novel. I gave it 2 stars. It's fine. as a text, I guess the Black Dahlia story is probably the most intriguing part of it for me, aside from like the Fincher name tag. I do love like a noir vibe, a Los Angeles vibe, and the, you know, the 40s kind of vibe. Can I say vibe more? But with those sorts of stories told by the people who tell them, you know, there's lots of misogyny, there's lots of racism. Like, it felt like at the beginning especially there was just like, you know, 3 slurs per page basically, and I was very heavily considering DNFing it, but then I thought, let's go through it, let's see what it's about, because though I absolutely don't condone the use of those slurs, these are definitely characters who are encouraged to hate. I don't think the language and the ideologies are being presented in a way that encourages them. I think it is condemning those thoughts and ideologies, but I'm not sure it makes it any better to digest or perpetuate. So yeah, I mean, nicely drawn obviously, and I'm glad I read it because I do want to experience all of David Fincher's work, but nothing special. 2 stars, wouldn't recommend it. So we started at 1 p.m. yesterday and it's actually just hit 1 p.m. today. Though the 24 hours are up, I'm actually keen to keep going and make up for a lot of the time that I lost last night. So I'm thinking my next move will be to pick up My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix, which I'm so excited about. I'm hopeful I can finish this tonight and read it all in one day. If I don't vibe it for whatever reason, I might choose to read some more of Bunny, which would also be really lovely because it's just such a comfort book for me and so fun to read, and I definitely need fun, comforting content right now because, yeah, things just aren't the greatest, but trying to keep myself busy. Even though things got a bit derailed, I did technically finish 3 books in the readathon: the Underground Railroad, We've Always Lived in the Castle, and the Black Dahlia graphic novel. So there's something. I'm gonna start this. Actually, scratch that, I really like the opening line, so I'm gonna get my annotation materials. Let me try. Since we're still on the reading vibe, Jamie and I are gonna go sit outside in a park and read. That'll be a nice little outing. I'm just packing stuff to take with me. I've been annotating and I've actually made one of my tab colors relatable, and it's because I was reading it and I was like, okay, literally that's me, that's me, that's me. That's what yellow is representing. But yeah, I'm really loving it and I'm excited to read more of it.
Lucky seeing this hot girl at the park, might have to like talk to her and see what her deal is. Hi. Wait, keep going. Keep rolling.
From the top. Make it drop. That's a wet. Beautiful doll.
Thanks.
We out here vibing. Jamie's got her book. She's reading Stacks.
It's a bit weird, but we love that.
Yeah, it's just like a YA dark academic thriller vibe. Oh, cracking the Red Bull.
Depression meal check. Bottoms up and the devil laughs.
I am fucking crazy, but I am free.
I have with me My Best Friend's Exorcism. I keep going to say My Best Friend the Serial Killer. Got some snacks and we're gonna read outside. It's beautiful. Good morning. It's now the next day, and you guessed it, I've extended the 24-hour readathon even further. Plan is now to read until 1 p.m. today. It's about 11 a.m. now, so I've got 2 hours, and I'm hopeful that I'll be able to finish my best friend's exorcism in those 2 hours, and then I will have read 5 books in a 48-hour readathon period, which I'm really happy about. I definitely haven't been like going all out and not sleeping and stuff, but you know, the time came for it to end yesterday, and I was like, I'm not ready to be done with this, especially because that first day had been kind of derailed by other activities. And today I do want to keep reading as well. I did read last night, basically all evening. I wasn't reading my best friend's exorcism because one of my friends tweeted about this romance called Priest by Sierra Simone, and I went to look and see if they had it on Libby because I was like, you know what, I could actually really do a romance right now. And they didn't have it on Libby, but they did have some other works by the author, and one of them was called The Misadventures of a Curvy Girl, and I was like, hit me with some smart, hit me with some like plus size rep, hit me with some like one girl, two guys, and I literally read it all in like a couple of hours, and it was fantastic. I've taken to not really rating smart heavy romance books or just straight smart because I'm just not convinced that I need to rate them like they get the job done. That's that. But this one in particular was really good, and I am definitely going to try find a copy of Priest to read and maybe some more of this author's books because yeah, I've read some books about like plus size women but never really fully connected to them, and I think this one was the closest I've come to really feeling the plus size character was relatable to my experiences. It's something I've never really spoken about on this before. There was a part at the beginning of the book, I actually went back to try to find the quote but I couldn't. She was talking about how she had an ex-boyfriend who basically made her feel like shit for not dieting, not exercising, not just constantly trying to be skinny. When she got rid of that guy and realized, you know, what a load of crap that was, she said something like, I was just tired of waiting for the skinniness in order for my life to start. A skinniness that I would probably never get to and would never really make me happy. It's like I had to just start living. And I was like, T, can you teach me how? But yeah, I had a really good time reading that. And now it is Grady Hendrix time. I'm loving my best friend's exorcism, you guys. It's so much fun. It's so like tongue-in-cheek. It's hilarious. There's definitely dark stuff in there, like there's definitely trigger warnings for conversations about certain topics, so do try to look those up if you're thinking of reading it, but I'm having so much fun. Let's keep going. Past 1 p.m. I needed a break, so I took a break, and I'm still counting it as part of the readathon because time isn't real, everything's made up. But I wanted to let you know I'm about to finish my best friend's exorcism. I've only got maybe like another 20 pages. Oh my god, it's so good. I really recommend this book. I thought it had such a strong start, which is kind of evidenced by how much I was tabbing it at the start, and then it dipped a little bit in the middle, but toward the end things have definitely picked up again. And the character of Gretchen, who is the best friend who becomes possessed, is so great. I really love her character, and there are so many things in this book that remind me of Jennifer's Body in terms of like plot points and just lines of dialogue and the dynamic between Gretchen the possessed and her best friend Abby. It's very much like Jennifer and Jennifer's Body and Needy. That's Amanda Seyfried's name, right? Yeah. But I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's definitely a horror comedy vibe. Like when we finally got introduced to the Exorcist, he was so funny. Oh my god, I love it. Anyway, I'm about to finish it, so I'll let you know once I have finished. That was good. It was really enjoyable. I'd say it's kind of on the brink of being a high 3 stars or a low 4 stars. I'm undecided about what I'm gonna give it. I am in a pretty generous mood, so maybe the 4-star rating will jump out. I guess you can see on Goodreads what I end up giving it. So that kind of brings this 48-hour plus readathon to an end. I'm really happy with how I did, and even though it got extended and stuff, it was still definitely a fun vibe and so good to get some reading in and some quality time with my girl Jaime. I will link her vlog below. She vlogged this as well. Hopefully we have more 24-hour readathons on the horizon. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great October. Enjoy the spookiness. Stay safe. Be well. All those other lovely wishes, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.